So that horse is named Daddy Fat Stacks. That's what they jokingly call me out here at the barn.
They all in my business like TMZ, but back in the day they ain't noticed me. They weren't coming to see me like Otis, but I always felt like the coldest. I had a little chip on my shoulder, then I got older and older, and I had to flick it off. I feel like a boss, like I'm Ricky Ross, but I got no Maybachs. They do anything for the clout. It's thanks when they say that. If I take your girl, don't be in my DM asking for your payback. We say it's a lot of things like money, but hoes gonna say that. And homie, that's straight facts.
All right, so we're pulling into the training center here now. This training center has two race tracks. One is just a little jog track over here to keep them nice and calm. And then we have a big training track where they go fast up here. So I've got so many horses here. We are in two barns. These barns only hold 50 horses. So I have all of one barn and a little more than half of the other. And we want to take a quick look and see some of the horses. All right, so these are the horses. This is one of my favorites here. This is Captain Kirk. And he's a little hot horse. He likes to bite. But this is one of my favorite guys here. He has one of the fastest records in a big race. He has a real fast record. On a muddy track, he's the fastest horse that's ever raced. He won in 1:47 on a muddy track, which is the fastest we've ever seen. And I'm going to end up breeding him after he races this year. So we're hoping for a big year. He likes to push on his nose here. We're hoping for a big year with him, and then he'll start breeding next year. So this mare here won last night. She raced last night. Had a tough post position and won. She's from New Zealand. We imported her, 4 months ago? 3 months ago? Yeah, probably 3 months ago we brought her in from New Zealand. And I think she's undefeated at 2 for 2. Yep. So her name's I'm Off and Gone. And this is a nice filly here. Her name's Seaside Tina. And I own her mom. So we've been breeding the babies from her, and my good sire, Catch the Fire, we bred to her mom. And she's had stakes winners with every single baby that she's had. So we're excited to keep having some more babies. This filly won a couple of stakes last year, and she's going to be 3 years old this year. This is our only gray horse here. It's very rare in standardbreds to have a gray horse. This guy won 2 days ago. His name is Somewhere in Verona, and he's still a stallion as well. But pretty rare to have a gray horse. Get him some water. So he's Wes right now. He just got a bath after his exercise. But he's a pretty dude. This is our big hope for the year. This guy here, his name is Can't Stop Lou. And he is eligible to the big race that I've always dreamt of winning. So my last bucket list item in my life is to win the Little Brown Jug, which is in Delaware, Ohio. And this guy here, I bought him in hopes of racing this year in September there. So we bought him for, what did I get for him? $335,000 in hopes of winning that big race this year. So he's training down, getting fit, getting ready, and we're hoping for a big year this year to win the big race. And if he gets in it, I'm sure we'll have thousands of people flying in to come watch him.
How long have you been trying to win that race?
Since the day I learned about it when I was 12 years old. So I've always told everybody, I've probably spent about $15 million in horses here, and it's all just trying to win that one race. So I've kind of jokingly but kind of seriously said, if I ever win it, everything's for sale the next day, I'm done. So we'll see how that goes, but that's the big dream, is to win the Little Brown Jug. That's essentially the Kentucky Derby for our industry. So he's our best shot this year. We'll see how it goes. This horse was imported from Denmark, and his name's Enzo. And we got 2 wins out of 3 or 4 races with him, but he's been a really nice horse, and he won 2 days ago. So he's been fun. We've been bringing in a lot of foreign horses from New Zealand, Australia, a couple from France. The shipping fee is about $25,000, $30,000 right now, but we're getting some nice horses coming over, so it's definitely been fun. Now here's the crazy filly here. So this is Yo Beth D, and she was named after Beth Dutton, who, if you've ever watched Yellowstone, she's pretty crazy and hard to handle. This filly certainly is too. She's only bad until you catch her, and once you catch her, she's good. But she won basically everything last year, and she's in some monstrous races this year. So I'm really thinking she'll probably make $1 million this year. She's a nice filly, just a little crazy until you catch her. She made $300,000 and I think 8 or 9 starts last year, and this year she gets to go for the big money, so she should do well. Hi, lady. How are you? Good. The 300 horses a day go out on that track, 200 to 300 horses a day. This is a much quieter barn here. This horse here, his name's Montrego. His brother won the Breeders' Crown last year, so he's a 2-year-old. And just getting started with him. He should start racing around July. So this horse here, we're hoping for big things from him. We had his sister last year. Her name's Rose Run Yolanda. She won a whole bunch of big races, and we changed his name to Luther Brothers. So my brother trains and I own, so that's our namesake there. We're hoping he turns out well this year. So that horse is named Daddy Fat Stacks. That's what they jokingly call me out here at the barn, so we named a horse after it as well. It just came by, that's Daddy Fat Stacks.
How do you keep track of all your horses?
It's tough, man. It's a lot of paperwork and a lot of late nights, of course. It's the hobby takes up more time than our actual business does. But it's a passion, so you love doing it, you love spending the time with it. I've got a lot of help that helps me out too. But it's certainly a lot to keep up with. Now down here is where all the mean people are. He's a really bad cook. He can't cook for shit either, you're bad at basketball, average driver.
Somebody, I'll take it average.
How are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
Good. Maybe we get some track footage out here.
Ain't bad footage today. To one of the people that work for you calls off the jog cart.
Right. So when you see the blue jog carts out there, most of those are mine horses. So the one that just went by there and this one here, they usually jog for about 30 minutes a day. So this is just their regular everyday exercise. They get 30 minutes out there nice and calm. And then twice a week they train really fast on the big track. It's dog heaven out here. There's Dogs everywhere. Whose dog's that? Oh, is it?
You feeding hot dogs. He's looking for him. I bet we got 20 dogs here. This is my brother Todd and my sister-in-law Tony. She's getting ready to have a baby here in 3 weeks. 20th of this month? No, of next month. So about 5 weeks away. Watch out, Ashley. Come.
I think so.
What's up, man?
Good morning.
How are you?
Great, how are you?
It's hot out there, huh?
Yes, sir. It's nice out there today.
We've got cameras up, there's security cameras up, and they're motion sensor, so that way we can tell if a horse ever gets loose at night or somebody's in the barn that shouldn't be in a barn or whatever. So we've got those throughout all of our barns just to kind of keep it for safety purposes in case of a loose horse or fire or, you know, anything that goes wrong. So we keep an eye on those through our phone. My first horse, I had 4 partners to come up with a total of $3,000. We each put in $750. And then as I started doing better in real estate, I was able to get better quality horses. And I think last year I spent $5 million on horses. So it becomes an addiction for sure. And it makes you want to work harder to support your hobby. But when I win that race, I'll move on to something else. I might buy a fishing pole. Like that horse there is going a mile in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. And we go miles in 150 and 155. So that's a really slow training mile there. They go crazy fast. They go about 35 miles an hour in a race. All right, so that's a quick tour of the horse barn. That's where about 75, 80 of my horses are in South Columbus, Ohio. And, you know, the moral of the story there, those are very expensive standardbreds. And the moral of the story is you really want to make sure that whatever you're doing in your real estate business, you can earn the kind of money you want to make to not only make a living and put money back for retirement and do all those things, but also to really pursue your passions at the upper level as high as you can. So, you know, we're at the position now that myself, as well as my brother who trains my horses, we look at the online auction sites every day and we're literally just looking by price. We won't buy anything unless it's very, very expensive, one of those high-end horses. And that's a sign of what I've created over the years, trying to build a bigger business to do bigger things. So we all have charitable contributions that we want to help others. I love the family thing we do with the horses. And you really want to think about, you know, going much bigger. The only way you're going to go big with your real estate business is if you have a big why. And, you know, having a big why is going to help you in finding the how. So for me, it's, you know, winning that big race, the Little Brown Jug, as well as all of the charitable things we do and helping others and providing so many jobs and, you know, all of that. We've got a couple dozen people that work for us out there. This is a example of what you can do when you decide you're going to go big in your life.